All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back for another week of Just a Fan podcast. All right. Hold on. My bad. What's up, Donald? What's up, man?
All right, what's good?
All right, so we are, man. We got some stuff to talk about. Couple quarterback things, pass rusher thing. Um, what's up, Do? Um, but first, let's introduce ourselves, and we also got our top five after week 15. Okay. You already know what's up. Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, quarterback, Wildcat quarterback runs the show, excuse me. Almost messed up there. Future Hall of Famer. All right. That direction, Panel 316, the good guy with the black hat,
Howdy.
coming from Chopped and Screw City. All right. So, man, we got some, like I said, we got some stuff on the docket for tonight. And breaking news today, man, out of Miami, Florida. Mike McDaniel, this was his decision to not only bench Tua for the remainder of the season, but to demote him all the way down to third string. Quinn Ewers will be the starter for the final 3 games of the regular season. Now, he signed a contract extension back in, I believe, 2024. If you cut him now, you're talking about close to $100 million cap hit. If you post June 1st, you're looking at a $67 million cap hit for, I think, 2026, and then $30-something million in 2027. So, let's discuss this, not just Benjamin, like I said, demotion to third string, emergency quarterback for Tua by Mike McDaniel.
Well, I mean, if you really want me to be completely frank and honest with you, it's long overdue. It kind of sheds light on the hypocrisy of NFL fandom, and I talk about that on a regular basis. It's like Tua Tagovailoa, at the time that he got this deal that we're talking about, it was close to a record deal. Trevor Lawrence got similar deal, Tua Tagovailoa is tearing up telephone books, and not in a good way. I think he's up to like 15 picks this season. He's never really looked good. And every time he goes out there, he's like the best hen on your uncle's farm. All he does is lay eggs. So it was long overdue. I'm just being real. It was long overdue. And people ain't going to say it, because they're hypocrites. But, the same people that's like, oh, Brock Purdy don't deserve the money he got, blah, 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 blah. You're not saying that about Tua. And Tua ain't never took his team to the playoffs and won a game. Not one. One game. And he continues to stink it up. This is not, oh, I had a bad game, but then I come back the next week and throw 3 touchdowns, and have a quarterback rating over 120. No. This is continuous, consistent badness at quarterback. Not having a clue what's going on. And dare I say it, that hospital ball he threw to Tyreek Hill might have ended his career about a month or 2 back. So, yeah, the Dolphins have nothing to play for at this point. We talked about it on last week's show about quarterbacks sitting them down because you got nothing to play for. Well, this is a different instance, but it falls in that same vein where you basically you sitting him down. So hey, let's see what the rookie got, because my God, it can't get no worse. Let's go ahead and see what the other kids got. Now moving him all the way down to quarterback 3. I don't even know who's 2 behind yours.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I don't even know who number 2 is behind yours.
Yeah, because you really had to look that up unless you're a diehard Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have Anime Dolphin.
Yeah, he was spit it out like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, let's be real. Nobody's really paying attention to the Dolphins like that.
Is Zach Wilson, I guess?
Is it Zach Wilson?
I guess. I thought it was a different name that I saw.
Wow.
I could have sworn it was a different name.
Because, I mean, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I guess it is Zach Wilson.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. If it is Zach Wilson.
I know.
While I'm talking, you can go ahead and pull that up. But if it is Zach Wilson, let's stop and pause for a minute and look at this. If Zach Wilson, listen to me now. If Zach Wilson is on the depth chart ahead of you, if you have been benched,
I know,
and Zach Wilson is now ahead of you on the depth chart, I'm gonna just put it like this. I saw a graphic, a meme on Facebook, and it said top 5 places where Tua Tagovailoa could work next year. And they had like Publix, Aldi, Kroger. They just listed a bunch of grocery stores.
it is Zach Wilson.
Dear God,
I'm on the official website. It has to be Zach Wilson.
Dear God. Oh my goodness. Zach Wilson is going to suit up Willie Beeman. Willie Beeman ain't even a real person. That makes it even worse. But
Shane Falco.
Shane Falco. What's your boy name from Unnecessary Roughness? Yeah.
Oh man.
I forgot. Yeah, that's man. Hey man. Hey man. Hey. God dog, man. Lance Harbor from Friday Night Lights.
Lord have mercy, man. Hey, who's the quarterback for the movie Remember the Titans?
Sunshine.
Oh, it was. It was.
That's Trevor Lawrence. He playing Jacksonville.
Well, actually, Sunshine was really the backup until the dude in front of him got hurt.
But to your point, we joking right now.
But Zach Wilson, that's bad.
Zach Wilson being ahead of you on the depth chart, that's saying a lot. It's saying more about. It's saying less about Zach Wilson, more about you.
Mm-hmm.
They say I trust Zach Wilson. So they said if Quinn Ewers goes down, you still not getting back in the game. We're gonna go with Zach. Zach Wilson, you gonna go with Zach? Yes, we're gonna go with Zach.
Hold on.
The third quarterback using those. What's wrong with Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson is a first-round bust who has done nothing in the league. The man was drafted first round, I believe, number 3 overall, and has done absolutely nothing.
Wait, I'm about to pull it up. Hold on, keep going, keep talking.
Because he was this quarterback from BYU, and I'm pulling up. Second overall, excuse me, in 2021 draft.
The boy has a career completion percentage of 57%.
Yeah, 57%. He has 23 touchdowns to 25 interceptions.
Come on now.
And his passer rate is 73.2. Yeah, Zach Wilson is a horrible quarterback. He's a first-round bust. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, Zach, that's it for Zach Wilson. But for Tua to be behind Zach Wilson, that's horrible.
Hey
But
man,
also going back to Tua, and I'm sorry, Tua. I also think another problem with Tua is the fact that I think he's just been figured out as a football player. I do because here's a
I don't think he
quarterback.
was that talented to begin with. But go ahead.
Well, when I say figured out, everything was going well at one time. Okay, that's why he got that contract extension because he had a track and field team. We used to say that. We used to say
Mm-hmm.
4x100, 4x400 type team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but everything got figured out because his arm was limited. And remember when he came out of college, he had all of those wide receivers. Okay, he had all those wide receivers. There's four of them. He had an offensive coordinator that made sure those receivers were open 5-10 yard separation. So it was easy for him to throw the football. Tua, like I said, got figured out because of lack of arm strength. He can only throw the ball over the middle. Don't ask him throw a deep out, a comeback. Don't ask him to do none of that stuff. He's good with slants, quick in, stuff like that. That's what he's good for. What's up, T?
Well, we speaking of quarterbacks, we have our quarterback whisperer, our resident quarterback whisperer who just signed on, Mr. Trist TV. And Tristan, we were discussing the not only benching, but burying beneath the bench of Tua Tagovailoa. And wait for it, Zach Wilson is the backup in Miami now. Tua Tagovailoa has been placed behind Zach Wilson. Go.
Listen, I think this was more than likely a long time coming. I think this was a classic case of when you run into a situation where you believe that you're so much of a genius and you're so much of a guru, um, that you think you see something in somebody and you can fix it. There was no way after the couple years, and listen, for our viewers that have been with us for the long haul, a lot of them since the very beginning, y'all remember when he got that contract, we all said, like, I don't know about that, because there was nothing outside of that 1 year. There was nothing that you saw that said this is a guy that was warrant that contract to be the franchise quarterback for the Dolphins. There's nothing special about Tua, and I'm saying it in the most respectful way because he's in the NFL. He's in the NFL. He's it makes him one of one. Everybody that plays in the NFL are one of one. So I'm saying it in the most respectful way that I can. But based on comparison of his peers, there is nothing special about Tua. He is small, his body is fragile. He does not have an explosive arm. He does not have athletic ability to do any of the escapes. There's just certain traits, especially in today's NFL. There's just certain traits that you gotta have, especially if you can if you're lacking in um the prototypical issues of the quarterback position. So like people look at I always think of and harken back to people like Kyler Murray. Like why does Kyler Murray get the shine that he does? Well, Kyler Murray gets the shine that he does is because although he's miniature, Kyler Murray is athletic and has a big arm. Now, his discipline to play the quarterback position is what you question, but you don't question the ability that he has. So he's someone that's can probably will probably always find a way to get a job at some point in time in the NFL. That's not the case for everybody that's out there. You cannot be average in talent and average in the skill set of playing the quarterback position. I think the fact that he's been pushed to quarterback three now that was the eye opener, and I think that's
Yes.
more so. I think he's soured the relationship of him and Mike McDaniel's. I think that's why he got pushed to QB3 because what have we seen from Zach Wilson that tells you that he should be the backup?
25 touchdowns. I mean, 23 touchdowns and 25 interceptions career.
My point exactly. There's
57
nothing
57% completion percentage.
that my point exactly. There's nothing you could tell me to say, oh, Zach Wilson has been doing this, that, and the third to be the backup quarterback. Absolutely not. What the Miami Dolphins have done, and this is why I say that the GM needs to be held accountable for this situation, because what the Miami Dolphins have done is put themselves in quarterback purgatory once again. And the other problem with this is this draft class is not what we thought it was going to be.
It's not great. And to that note, to what you're saying, not to cut you off, but I think that's why they're going with Quinn Ewers for these last few games. It's okay. Let's see what the kids got.
They have to
determine whether or not. Yeah, it's like, okay, do we have to start over from scratch, or do we have something to work?
Or do we have something that we could build on?
Yeah.
Now, also, not only is it for that fact, but it's also because Mike McDaniels has to prove that the whole misfortune of the Dolphins is a Tua problem and not a him problem. So
if
it's
you want
for
to
his
save
job.
His job's on the line.
So because if I'm not expecting them to win anything, but your offense, because of you being the boy wonder that you're supposed to be, that's your claim. Your offense should have some kind of reflection of competency if Tua was the problem. If Tua was the issue, your offense needs to be running at a certain clip. And if it doesn't run, if it doesn't look right, if it still looks inconsistent, Mike McDaniels is going to be out of there. More than likely, they're going to try and start from scratch. We don't know if Tyreek Hill is going to be back with the team. So you're literally looking at this.
Listen. Listen. Tyreek Hill's injury right now is so bad, I wouldn't even look for him in 2026, man.
That's what I'm saying. So you're looking at a team that literally has to start over.
Yeah, no, they do.
And it's all because you made a decision to go with Tua over Justin Herbert.
But also, and to your point, you're right, because Flores didn't want Tua, and he was complaining about Tua, and they got rid of him. And Mike McDaniel said, "Okay, I can work with him," like you said earlier.
Yes,
that's what happened. So now, and they had, like I said, you had that 1 year. Eric and I we just finished talking about it. Here's a quarterback that came out of Alabama. He had those 4 wide receivers. Okay,
beware of Alabama quarterbacks. I've been saying that for the longest.
Those beware of Alabama quarterbacks. And he had an offensive coordinator that made sure those receivers were 5 or 10 yards open.
That offensive line, yes,
and that's another thing too. And no one in college football is lining up 4 corners against those 4 receivers. That's not going to happen. Those guys were wide freaking open 24/7. They were open like 7-11, okay? All right?
Right.
And so now
Tua's skill set was if you give him all the toys.
Yeah.
If you give him all the toys and protect him properly, he could be serviceable for college football. For college football. In the NFL, especially in this day and age, it's got to be more than that. Unless your offensive unit is super crazy, you need more from your quarterback, regardless of what you got. Your quarterback has to do something special. I tell people all the time, yes, we talk about the 4 or 5 elite QBs, but I'm not going to say all, most of the starting quarterbacks have some element of their game that makes them special. If you don't have that quality, whether it be your athleticism, whether it be that you have an arm that can throw the ball anywhere you want it to go, whether you have the kind of cerebral IQ, there's got to be something in your game that is a wow factor to make you be effective playing the position. And Tua does not have that capability. Then you topple that with his injury. Then you topple that with how he spoke in the post game this season, calling out teammates, calling out the coaching staff, calling out all this stuff,
Passing the
and
ball.
not producing.
There you
Passing the
go.
ball.
Yeah, that hurts. You
You
can't do that.
can't do that
You can't
and
do
play
that.
the way you play.
Nope, not at all. And
Yeah.
he doesn't. And yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
So now this is where we are.
And people want to talk about, Tua
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, they want to talk about his potential, but like one famous coach said, it's like, son, your potential gonna get me fired. And right now, to your point, Tristan, Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat, and going in and talking about Mike McDaniel's, some people are just meant to be coordinators. They ain't meant to be head coaches. And
Yes.
Mike McDaniel might be one of those guys. He might be
He might be an excellent coordinator.
Coordinator somewhere, yeah. But as far as him head coaching, that may not be the thing. But Tua can't be Tua without the Avengers.
Because listen, if Cliff Kingsbury leaves Washington, you think I don't want Mike McDaniel down there with us?
Absolutely.
Quickly.
Absolutely.
Quickly.
We would take him back in San Francisco in a heartbeat.
Exactly. Make the call. You hear me? He'll be the most sought after offensive coordinator.
Nah, he will be
going into the next season.
Because it's a fair assessment to say that, because people just like when someone becomes a head coach and they do a horrible job at it, doesn't mean they can't be a good coordinator. Because some people are just, they got to know their station.
Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips, one of the greatest defensive coordinators.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And every time he became a head coach, he was terrible.
North Turner.
Yeah.
North Turner.
I love North Turner. As an offensive coordinator, I love him.
But not as a head coach.
Not as a head coach.
So yeah, you look at that, and some people just need to know their station. But Tua is, depending on what the front office does in Miami. And Miami fans, if you're watching right now, chime in the comment box, tell us what you think. Or if you're not even a Miami fan, but you're paying close attention to this, make sure you chime in. If you're a first time watcher, make sure you like and subscribe as well. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. But
and also share the show.
Definitely share the channel. But to my point, but right now Tua's got a lot of people on their way either out of Miami or on their way out of Miami. Tyreek Hill, he got injured on the pass that Tua threw.
You saw he put the peace sign gif on Twitter.
Yeah, because Tyreek Hill is upset because and not to get off on a tangent here, but Tyreek Hill is over 30.
Yes,
he had a horrific injury, and his game is predicated on the speed. We may not see Tyreek Hill in the NFL anymore because of that.
And if you do, he's not going to have that 4.2 speed that he had.
And that's what I'm saying, because that's what his entire game was predicated on: speed.
Yes.
Now think about y'all know I like narratives. Y'all know I like a good narrative when it comes to these things. Think about if we never see Tyreek Hill again in the NFL. Think about the fact that his decision to leave Kansas City not only altered his career, but altered the fortunes of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty.
Come on.
That one decision.
Oh man, I love how you do it because we can segue into it.
Right to Kansas City because we got to talk about Mahomes' injury. We got to talk about the Mahomes injury now, and Kansas City not being in the playoffs. Let's talk about both of those.
Because I feel like Pat Mahomes' injury was just the icing on the cake for the demise of Kansas City's dynastic run.
Yeah.
That was just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That was like they were already on their way out.
Yeah.
And this injury, because here's the thing about Pat Mahomes' injury, okay? It was week 15.
Yes.
It's a torn ACL.
Yeah.
And LCL.
And it's still. So you're not gonna be. And I know that he said in the press today, like, I'm gonna try to be ready for week 1. You a damn lie.
You a damn lie.
You're not gonna be ready for no damn week 1.
He might not play this year.
He may not play in 2026.
Everybody want to talk about, Jaden Daniels and RG3 comparison. If Kansas City pushes Patrick Mahomes to play week 1, that is going to be the RG3 situation. Because that's what happened. He had no business playing week 1, was not ready.
That's what you call malpractice, right?
Yes. So ideally, you're looking at, and I know we're about to segue into it all together, but ideally, you're
we here now. We ain't no segue. We here.
Yeah, you're ideally you're probably not looking. You're not looking for him to be back maybe till week 6, 7, if he plays that season. If he plays that season at all.
No, so Tristan, you gotta remember, usually it's a 9 to 12 month injury just with the ACL by itself. This is ACL and LCL.
Yeah.
And so they sped up the surgery, and he's in rehab. I mean, he's in rehab now, and that's fine. But even if he does come back, let's say he comes back that early, it really should be December. It should be mid-December. But they say he's not going to trust that knee again until 2027. Listen, Kansas City, and I told my dad this before this injury even happened. Kansas City has 4 more years left with Andy Reid, okay? If I'm Kansas City, now with this injury, I'm spending this offseason and next offseason trying to do whatever I can.
Build the roster.
Try to squeeze one more ring out of Andy Reid before he's gone. You got this. Travis Kelce got to go. I don't care if he retires or not. You can have public backlash. I don't care.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Whatever.
Wait a minute. You're not gonna talk about my man like that.
Whatever. All right, Chris Jones.
You ain't gonna talk about.
Hey, all respect to Chris Jones, and I'm a defensive line coach. Okay, all respect to Chris Jones. He gotta go too. Okay, you need to rebuild this roster this season and next season, and try to squeeze one more ring out of Andy Reid, because you got 4 years left, and I think after those 4 years he's retiring, and that's it.
What ring you gonna squeeze out of him without 15?
That's what I'm saying. You have to spend the 2 years.
Oh, and build the roster.
Rebuild a roster.
Okay.
This year, the 2026 offseason and 2027 offseason, you have to hold on. All right.
I just switched to my computer.
Yeah, let me throw this at you guys. Here's the thing. Okay, so we know 15's hurt. Okay, we know we might not get the best out of him. Yes, Sydney. This is yo, shake it up. Okay, but and we're gonna talk about Mr. Swift at tight end too. But basically,
not Mr. Swift. That is diabolical.
He's he ceased to be Travis Kelce after he stopped dating that sister. But anyway, he became Mr. Swift. But basically, you're looking at, you don't have 15. You got an aging Chris Jones. Okay.
Yes.
You got a plethora of guys that are looking at the writing on the wall and says, hey man, I still got maybe 5-6 more good years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this is going to be going in the right direction. Then you got an up-and-coming Denver Broncos team in that same division.
Mm.
Then you got an up-and-coming Chargers team in that same division.
Mm.
And then you go conference-wise. You got the Patriots who are back, which is unfair to everybody else, but the Patriots are back. Right? So,
crazy,
which is Houston. Crazy. So you look at all of these different variables, and that all equals the demise of the dynastic run of the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm not throwing dirt on them, and I'm not celebrating, especially I'm not celebrating Patrick Mahomes' injury. I'm not.
Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying watching all these. Who are these bandwagon fans? Where y'all finna go now? Because there's a lot of y'all that was Chiefs fans all of a sudden. But, in the early 2013s or the 20 teens, y'all was Seahawks fans or whatever else. So bandwagon fans, what y'all gonna do? Oh hell, I forgot. Going back to the conference, you got a Houston Texans team with a defense that's almost historic to the point of being a historically good defense and an improving CJ Stroud.
And guess what? You don't know what's going to happen with Baltimore in the future. And I'm talking about this year.
If Baltimore fool around and get a doggone alpha dog receiver, they right back in the middle.
Right back in it.
And Buffalo beat New England. And I thought Buffalo was. I thought New England was. I said this Buffalo, is the time.
That's a fool. We're gonna get into that later.
New England should have put the icing on the cake in that division.
We're gonna get to that later. But I hear what you're saying. But we're gonna get to that later.
$2,000 because of the Patriots.
So all of that equals up to this is an uphill battle for Kansas City,
and that's why I said. 2026 offseason, 2027 offseason, you need to rebuild this team.
Okay, reset or rebuild.
Well, you reset, you know what I mean. To the point where you think you can be a Super Bowl contender because you gotta shoot past a lot of teams now.
Okay, and so what I got into it with one of my friends this weekend. Because he's talking about rebuild. He's talking about our team. Yeah, we rebuild. And I'm like, you're an idiot. No.
That's when they rebuild San Francisco.
There's a difference between a reset and a rebuild.
Yeah.
Okay. I said
San Francisco may not have to do much of a reset either.
The Jets have been rebuilding for decades. Okay, Miami's about to go through a rebuild. Yep. The Saints need a rebuild.
Cleveland's been rebuilding since they came back.
Yeah. So the Browns, thank you. So when you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs,
it's a reset.
You know, that's a reset because you still got 15, excuse me. Still got 15.
Yeah. And
he's the core pillar of the team.
They get a stud receiver.
Yeah. And you still got Rashee Rice, even though he's a crash test dummy now.
Who was the tackle that got hurt? Because that tackle was making world work for Kansas City.
Who?
And then he got hurt.
Who?
I think it was an offensive tackle or a guard. Somebody got injured on Kansas City. And they were good until he got hurt.
I know who you're talking about. Give me a second.
So yeah, it's definitely a reset.
Is it Trey Smith?
It might be Trey Smith. I know it ain't Jalen Moore.
Because Trey Smith was a guard.
I think that might be it.
It was a guard, yes. But yeah, so you're looking at that. A rebuild is when you basically have little to nothing.
Right. And
a reset is when you need to get certain positions together and you can make another push because you got a core pillar of your team. Yeah, however,
and that's my mistake for using wrong terminology.
Yeah. So that being said, I'm just educating our fans at home. It's like a reset is when you still have core pillars. You were a contender not that long ago. And you still have a lot of core pillars from that contending team, and you just need to fix a couple of things. That's a reset. Mm-hmm. So, because I guess I was talking to somebody in my chat group, and it was like, "Well, yeah, we rebuilding." No, the hell, yeah. What is wrong with you?
Oh no, it was Josh Simmons. I'm sorry, the left tackle, the rookie left tackle.
The rookie left tackle. Yeah,
okay. That's who it was. Oh, and what's his name? Donald. Yeah, Donald corrected me. So yeah, it was Josh Simmons.
Yeah,
the rookie left tackle.
But needless to say, they were going to have a reset had Pat Mahomes not shredded his knee. They still were going to have to do a reset.
And that's true. That's true because now let me ask you a question. And I saw this on Twitter earlier today. How much did losing Eric Bieniemy set back also this offense?
I saw that too. I don't know. I don't
think that's it either.
I don't think that's it. And the reason why I say it is because we saw the creativity of Andy Reid post Eric Bieniemy.
That is true.
I think for me, it's like, I'm sure Eric Bieniemy contributed mightily, but the brain trust is still Andy Reid when it comes to that offense. And so this wasn't I'm not looking at Kansas City and I'm saying their offensive scheme is bad. I'm looking at Kansas City and saying they ain't got no talent.
around 15.
Personnel.
That's how I look at when I watch Kansas City play football. That's what I look at.
I think Xavier Worthy is a good wide receiver, but he's not Tyreek Hill.
Exactly.
Okay, I think Rashee Rice is good, but he's a crash test dummy.
Exactly.
Juju Smith-Schuster's kind of washed. Hollywood Brown's just there. Yeah. He's not great. He's serviceable.
They got they never got anything out of Sky Moore, whatever he was supposed to be.
Right. Sky Moore is in San Francisco right now, like leading the league in punt return average. And that's all he is, the punt returner. I don't want him coming from scrimmage for me.
So that's what I'm saying. So when I watch it, and I think Andy Reid has been in the league long enough and intelligent enough that he knows he ain't gonna say it because he's the head coach. He's gonna try and make it work, but he knows he's like, man, I ain't got the horses to really open this offense the way I used to. You got to think about prime Tyreek Hill, bro. Like the
problem.
The steps that it took him to get to like 15 yards were nothing compared to an average receiver. It just made the offense be able to do so many things because if you blinked, he was already 10 yards behind you. Yeah. Like that's what made it so unique. And that if I was a Kansas City fan, I promise you, if I was a Kansas City fan, he would be the bane of my existence because he's the reason why we're in this. Like you're the reason, dude. Even some of the lack of personnel we got now, you had Tyreek Hill on the field with 15, it covered a lot of that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And let's not
because the speed opens up everything.
Well, everything. That goes to the next thing. Let's not belie the fact that the decline of Mr. Swift, aka Travis Kelce, has had an effect on that offense too. Like he has been.
But guess what? His decline is because of the fact that they ain't got no perimeter threat. If Tyreek was still there,
all the times undefeated.
But also he's not as quick and fast as he used to be.
But it wouldn't look as egregious. It just wouldn't look so alarming.
I go with you on that.
We saw Gronk. We knew Gronk. We saw was like, okay, Gronk getting a little. He's slowing up a little. That body hurting. But when you had perimeter players to offset it for him,
that's true.
It gave him a couple more years. Like that plays up when you watch that Kansas City offense with Tyreek in there. Anybody could have been their number 2. Yeah. And everybody could have been their tight end because you had to be concerned about blinking and not having your eyes on that boy. That was the whole thing. So when he left, we're saying, okay, let's bring in some people. Might not be as fast as Tyreek, but if we can get a plethora of them to kind of do what he does, we could still make this shake. And they were able to pull it off and get to the Super Bowl, but they weren't as scary because their wide receivers were inconsistent, dropping passes, messing up on routes, things of that nature. So that's what I'm saying. If I'm a Kansas City fan, he is the bane of my existence because he'd probably get one more chip out of there if it wasn't for him leaving and going to Miami. It probably would be 4 chips instead of 3.
So from to segue from a team that is eliminated from the playoffs to a team who is dealing with injuries but also still is in the picture. Pass rusher Michael Parsons tore his ACL the same Sunday.
Now, luckily for him, it's only ACL.
And he tore his ACL. But what effect, if any, do you think it will have on the Super Bowl aspirations for the Green Bay Packers?
Well, let's put it this way: for pass rush, they back to square one where they was because you have Rashawn Gary, you drafted Lucas Van Ness a couple of years ago in the first round, and I was not a fan of Lucas Van Ness. I said Van Ness is more of a number 3 pass rusher in my eyes. So you traded for Parsons. Parsons became the main focal point. Gary now becomes a secondary guy. Van Ness is where he needs to be as number 3. But now you're back to square one because Parsons is out.
I agree.
And so The focus now is going to go to Gary, because he's the next guy up, and
I agree.
yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. You back to square one. So
So with that, what you're saying is, can Green Bay be as threatening as they have been earlier this season, or do you think it's going to be just the same, or do you think there's going to be a decline? Because
it's going to be a decline.
Let's be honest now, Michael Parsons does have a tendency to disappear in big games.
That is true, but
Michael Parsons ain't had a supporting cast like this one around him.
It's still a big time loss. I mean, we could say he doesn't show up big games, but him out on the field is very impactful.
And he also did not have a supporting cast the way he got this one with Gary and them boys around him. It might not be a disappearing act because he gets the attention, but it's not as much attention as he did in Dallas when everybody knew you got to look at 11.
You're right. You guys, you really had to set your protections over him. You set too much protection in Green Bay to his side. Gary's good. Lucas, yeah.
So it's a big hit because it kind of puts them, to be honest, it makes them look how they were last year. They're basically last year's team without Michael Parsons.
That's what I was getting at with my questions.
Minus Kenny Clark.
And minus Kenny Clark.
Yeah. So they may be able to get run on.
Yes.
So that's going to be significant. This whole Bears and Packers swapping places every other week, that's kind of crazy. But I think
if Ben Johnson can reel Caleb Williams in a little bit to not make such reckless plays at times.
I think the Bears should have won that game the last meeting. They're gonna meet this week, and we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So run the ball. Hey, with those running backs you have, run the ball. This is the time now to run that football.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get
don't be like New England and don't capitalize on this. You need to run the ball and do whatever else you need to do to win that game.
I agree.
Especially with Parsons out now, you need to take full advantage of this opportunity. It's right there in front of your face.
Also, Josh Jacobs is slightly injured, and Christian Watson may not play. And we'll get more into that with the picks later on in the show. But that's something that you have to consider too. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is going into week 16. We just completed week 15, and every year on our show, we have 3 moments throughout the season where we conduct our quote unquote power rankings. We have our top 5 after week 5. We have our top 10 after week 10. And no, we do not do a top 15 after week 15 because at this point, the playoff picture is getting really clear now. So we have our top 5 after week 15. And these are the teams that we feel like moving forward, based on what they've done recently and what they could do moving forward, that's what these polls are based on. All 4 of us have different takes on this, and we're gonna put them up. Hey, what up, Kevin Cherry?
What's up, Kevin? Man, long time no see, man. Hopefully you're doing good, man.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like we always do. We're gonna go snake style, and we'll start. One person's gonna start with the number 5. We're all gonna give our number 5. We're gonna talk about it. Go to number 4, number 3, 2, and 1. So with that being said, Tristan, we're gonna let you go first. We'll go Tristan, Steve, Brandon, and I'll go last, and then I'll be the first on for number 4.
So for now, let me say this. I give this list, and I honestly know nothing. This season has made me question my knowledge of the game because it's just been nuts. So please,
yeah.
I'm not. Don't think I'm gonna have like such a conviction when I'm saying these picks. But for number 5, I have the Seattle Seahawks. The reason why, because right now, Njigba's playing like the best wide receiver in the game. They have a great defense. They're violent. They're fast. My question mark will always be Sam Darnold, and is more like just prisoner of his past. So I gotta see it to make me a believer. But they've been steadily righting the ship over there in Seattle. So I have them at number 5.
Okay, Steve, you're number 5.
Seattle. Seattle, same. I think. I think they're just rolling, man. I think they're really good. I have a few surprise teams probably in front of them, but I think they're the 5 best team, man, given how they perform and who they beat. It's my pick.
All right, Brandon, number 5.
Chicago. Chicago's a good team. My only problem right now is just Caleb Williams, but they can run the ball. Defense not bad at all. They're probably a team that, might be one and done in the playoffs just because of lack of experience. But you have to grow. You have to grow as a coaching staff, as a team, and that's a team to look forward to in the future.
All right, my number 5 team, and I can tell you right now, spoiler alert, my top 5 is AFC heavy because I don't have a lot of faith in the NFC.
I agree. AFC will be a Super Bowl champion.
So it's AFC heavy. And that being said, my number 5 is the Houston Texans. They are the dark horse team that nobody's really paying attention to. The defense is the best in the league. They are not letting you score. Damn the yards. Yards mean absolutely nothing if you're not getting on the score.
You're not getting no points. Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather give up 500 yards a game, but only give up 13 points.
Yeah.
So the Houston Texans right now are the number 1 defense in the league. Now, early on in the season, they were playing at that level of defense, but the offense was kind of sputtering. We kind of figured out what was going on. Well, now we're witnessing the offense starting to take form.
Yeah.
Starting to gel, and that defense hasn't gone anywhere. In the last 3 weeks, the defense has put on an absolute clinic. Now, last week's game wasn't that big. They played Arizona. Of course, you're going to put on a clinic against Arizona. But the 2 weeks before that, you were against 2 of the best quarterbacks that everybody claims are the best quarterbacks, Mahomes and Josh Allen, and held them to 0 touchdown passes. 0 touchdowns, period, for both of those quarterbacks. That's historic. They're on par, and if you check the stats, we don't have a lot of time in this show tonight, but you check the stats, they're on par with the 2014 Seattle Seahawks Legion of Boom. That's just how good Houston's defense is. And then you got Woody Marks, who's running the ball, Nick Chubb, who's bringing up the rear and spelling him sometimes. And what do we always say about the playoffs? You got to bring your what?
Your run game and
your defense.
Come on. So that's why they're my number 5 team. Okay. So basically, they're the number 5 right now because they're the 7th seed. That could change after this week. And we're going to talk more about that on Pando's Picks. My number 4 team is the Los Angeles Rams. Okay?
What?
They're my number 4. You wait till you see who 2 and 1 is. Well, my number 4 team is Los Angeles Rams. I'm not gonna sit up and take from them. They're playing some good football, but Matt Stafford in the last 3 or 4 weeks has turned the ball over at a rate of 1.5 times a game. That's his average. He's averaging turnover the ball 1.5 times a game. And that's not counting the interceptions that get dropped. Okay? I'm talking about the ones that actually he turns over. The other team gets. So I'm tired of the Matt Stafford glazing. I'm sick of it. I'm gonna stand on this hill, and I'm willing to die on that hill because ain't nobody else. You know what? That's not true. There are other analysts that are talking about how Matt Stafford throws turnover-worthy balls. We just in the minority. Okay? The defense is solid. That's what's saving them. The running game is solid. Puka Nacua can catch a BB at midnight. So that's what's saving them right now. But I don't think they're the best. I honestly don't think that they're the best team in their conference, even though they currently hold the 1 seed. That's my number 4. Brandon, your number 4.
Number 4. And you know what? Damn you, Tristan, man. You convinced me to drop this team down to number 4, man. Seattle Seahawks. And it's all because of Sam Darnold, man. I don't know which Sam Darnold you're going to get.
Don't know.
Like you said, Jack Smith and Jigba is playing like the best receiver. Your defense, hey, Mike McDonald, man, he got that defense playing very well. I wonder how much Baltimore misses him, being the defensive coordinator. But Sam Darnold in the playoffs, he might just revert back to who he really is, and they be one and done, and it'd be because of him. So Seattle, number 4, yeah, you drop within the last 3 minutes that fast.
All right, Steve, number 4. Steve?
Oh, you might be skipping.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh,
Yeah.
go.
I have the Niners at number 4.
Woo!
Yeah, I think, and this is me thinking about this in the regular season, postseason run. I know they're gonna be competitive, and I think, I think they're number 4 in the league, and I have another team in this list as well. So I think they're gonna do something.
Well,
I'm not mad at it, to be honest with you, because they are a well coached team.
I'm gonna give a slight pushback on that because that is my team. It's not sustainable what they're doing right now, and the defense.
Well, you can.
Yeah, the defense is not as good. When you give up 24 points for the Tennessee Titans, that's a problem.
I agree, but that's just my opinion. That's my pick.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You're entitled to your pick. Tristan, Eagles. I'm sorry. I said your pick. I'm sorry.
You said it for me.
Oh, you said it for you. I'm sorry, man. Tristan, number 4, you had the Eagles. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
But yes, I did have the Philadelphia Eagles, and honestly, it's because I just refuse to believe that you can have such a talented roster and falter. So I'm like, come on, y'all. And everybody's talking about, listen, I got a bunch of Eagles fans at work, and they were like, yeah, you're on my squad. Listen, you played against the Raiders. My JV team could have beaten the Raiders. Let's not do that.
That's facts. The Raiders are a dog water.
Let's not do this. Like 31-0, yeah, it should have been 31-0 because they're that bad.
It probably should have been more, to be honest with you.
Exactly. So let's not go here. But I gotta believe in that squad, man. It's just, I don't even really have.
Go ahead. Go to your number 3. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't have a compelling one for the Eagles, man, because they're there because they should be there, man.
Okay.
The Bill, I have the Bills at 3.
Okay.
I do think it was an aberration of them winning. I think the Patriots are better than them. But I'm going to believe in Josh Allen's ability, and that's why I put him at 3. Because it's not a Josh Allen problem. The problem is that Keon Coleman did not pan out to be the number 1 that they thought he was going to be.
Man,
that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the defense is also a problem too.
Yeah, but I think if Keon Coleman was any bit of what he was supposed to be when he was drafted,
I know.
I think Josh Allen could have offset that, and that offense could have offset that.
That's true.
Because he floundered.
I think it's fair to say that the Bills are New York State's version of the Ravens. They rely on tight ends in the running game.
Correct.
And the athleticism of that quarterback.
They need a.
Hey, you nailed it, E.
You nailed it. They need a dynamo number 1 receiver, and you would really see that team take off.
Because the tight ends in Buffalo are eating. Kincaid and Knox, they are eating, but he has no viable wide receiver.
He has no viable number 1 receiver.
And James Cook is running the ball all over the place. I got him in my fantasy team. I've been won several weeks with him.
And that's why they're not in my top 5 because I don't have faith in their receivers.
I understand. I wouldn't even disagree with you on it.
Speaking of which, go ahead, Steve. Number 3.
Number 3, I have the Rams at number 3.
Okay.
They're rolling. They have a good team. Adams out.
That's why. That's why I have him.
Yeah, and I decided on this before he got injured. But a healthy Rams team, I think they are the 3rd best. I cannot roll with Philly right now. They have a good team, but I think I think they're playing possum a little bit, but I still can't put them in my top 5. I have the Rams as my number 3 team in the league right now. They're rolling, they're playing well. Yeah, that's my pick for 3.
Brandon, number 3.
Number 3, I got New England, man. I think New England kind of hurt themselves losing to Buffalo. I would have had them at number 2, probably even number 1 if they had beaten Buffalo, man. I feel like you missed out on an opportunity. Now, they still have every opportunity to win that division. That's fine. But that's going to have to be a lesson learned for that quick, fast, and hurry up and coming team. Because, and I say that because Tom Brady era, Belichick era is completely over. Gerard May was there for a year. Now you're up and coming again under Vrabel, and that happened quick, fast, and hurry. So that's what happened. But I got them at number 3.
Okay. My number 3 is the Seattle Seahawks. I still believe, even though Sam Darnold is suspect, but I'm gonna stand on what I said. I think that Matt Stafford is suspect. And I believe that Seattle has a better defense. Seattle just flat out has a better defense. I think their running game is comparable to LA. And I still feel like they're the better team right now in the West. Like I said, San Francisco is not sustainable. What they're doing, they're getting by, but it's been like miracles and signs and wonders. That's what's been going on in San Francisco. Because with all those injuries, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. That's great coaching. But I like Seattle because as much as I hate Seattle, I like their defense is rounding into form. Are they Houston? Not yet. Could they be Houston by the end of this season? Yes. Could they be that good? Yes. That defense is doing some special things. So yeah, my number 3 is Seattle Seahawks. My number 2 is the Patriots. The Patriots, I feel like that loss to Buffalo was flukish. I feel like if they met up again in the playoffs, I think the Patriots dogwalk them. I really feel like that. Regardless of what stadium they play in, because neither one of them care about cold weather. So it don't matter which stadium they in. They could be in Buffalo, they could be in Foxborough. It don't matter. I think the Patriots. That's another. Listen, and I ain't gonna be long. I don't know how many of y'all watched the Patriots play the Giants a couple of weeks ago. That was some 1970s, 1980s hitting.
Oh yeah,
That type of hitting that make you quit. Okay, they like Houston has a good defense, and Houston has a good. Seattle's got a good defense. They predicate themselves off. We're gonna take the ball away from you. We're gonna hit you. We're gonna take the ball away from you. New England is like they just come out there like I just want to hurt you. I'd rather hit you than intercept the ball. I'm gonna be honest. I'd just rather hit you. That's and in that type of weather, they gonna make people quit just doing it. Drake May is an MVP candidate in his second year in the league
already,
and he has nowhere to go with it but up. And watch this. He doesn't have a great complement of players around him. Hunter Henry is outstanding. But after that, we got a decline in Stephon Diggs. The Butte guy, these guys are just okay, but he's like making it happen.
You could say declining, but Diggs is still balling.
Making them
he had 150 a few weeks ago.
I'm not saying he's not, but we know Stephon Diggs is not the same Stephon Diggs from about 4 years ago.
From Minnesota.
Yeah. 4 years ago, Stephon Diggs on this team, the Patriots may not have lost the game. So, but
different system.
I got the Patriots as my number 2 team in the league. Okay. Brandon?
Buffalo.
Wow.
Usually, and I don't give Josh Allen that much praise, but Josh Allen is still
he's steering the ship, man.
He is, and James Cook at running back is scary.
Bet you glad they paid him, right? Giants. That's how you take care of your running backs.
Huh? Yes, we throw shade on Just a Fan podcast.
We do.
Yeah, we throw shade like Montana throwing football. It's accurate and its own point. Go ahead.
But nah, Josh Allen's still the guy. Like I said, James Cook a running back. Like I said, the 2 tight ends. But they're not gonna win that division. That's the only negative thing for them. But Buffalo number 2.
Okay. Steve.
2.
Number 2, Broncos.
Okay.
I ain't mad at it.
Got the
Ain't
Broncos
mad
at 2.
Not mad at it.
Firing all cylinders, man. Complete team. They've beaten great teams. They've won how many in a row? What, 8 in a row? Something like that? 9?
No, 10, 11.
10, 11,
They have
exactly.
not
My
lost
point exactly.
September.
They're rolling, man. They are rolling. Bo Nix is balling.
When you start losing counts of wins, that's something big.
You know, they're not blowing out teams every team they play. So they're really, you know, fighting for the wins and knowing what it takes with Sean Payton at the helm, man. I think they're arguably the best team in the league.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
I don't disagree. I got the Patriots at 2.
Okay. Same as me.
Okay.
I got the Patriots at 2 for similar reason as what Eric was saying. I mean, Drake May. I mean, it's just incredible because we really sat here and was like, oh, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick's not there. Like the Patriots are going to go into the abyss. And then here comes Mike Vrabel and Drake May. It's incredible.
Fair. We was ready for the Patriots to suck for quite a while, and they right back.
It's incredible. It's incredible, man. And they play. I mean, I was talking about Seahawks violent, but the Patriots are violent. They're violent, and they're violent even on the offensive side of the ball. I felt for their rookie that he got injured because he arguably could have been offensive rookie of the year the way he was mauling people at that left tackle spot.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about now.
Yeah, from LSU. I knew he was going to be good. I knew
it wasn't Will Johnson.
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. Yeah. I knew it was Will something.
So yeah, that's my reason for them being at number 2. And again, I agree. I feel like the loss to the Bills was a mulligan. I think if they meet 5 times, I think Patriots get them 3 out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, easily.
Number 1,
maybe 4 times.
Yeah, maybe 4. My number 1 for similar reasons as to what Steve said is the Denver Broncos. I think the Denver Broncos are the most dangerous team in the league right now. There really isn't a weakness that I could say that they have because everybody does that. What's the phrase? Do your job. And everybody does their job and does it well. And it's Sean Payton has it running like a well-oiled machine.
Yes, sir.
And so it's what do you want them to do? If you want them to blow out a team that's inferior, they could do that. You want them to go in a shootout, they can do that. You want them to go into a dogfight, they can do that. When you watch them play, it's like, where's the flaw? Where's we can expose them right here. Because even with it would have been Bo Nix, but Bo Nix has proven time and time. He's made me a believer. He's proven time and time again that he can handle it. So, yeah, man, I right now would say Denver is the most dangerous, if not the best team in the league right now. They're the team to beat. I believe they're the team that will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It will end up being between them and the Patriots. And I like Josh Allen. I feel like this would have been his best window. But unfortunately, them young boys, unfortunately, are here. They have arrived.
Young dogs coming.
Yeah.
Young dogs coming. All right, Steve, you're number 1.
I got the Patriots, man. And again, it's 1A, 1B, right, for me, as far as the Patriots and the Broncos.
It really is.
And I'm gonna go back to, the Diggs thing. I mean, he still has big games. You got to think about, no, he's not Vikings Diggs because he had Kirk Cousins, which give him 20 targets a game.
Yeah.
You know, we see Justin Jefferson when he had Kirk Cousins versus who he has now as far as targets, which equals numbers. But you know, depending on the system that you're in, man, they're still dangerous. Mike Vrabel knows how to win. He's watched Belichick prepare teams because, in my opinion, I think of Sean Payton as well. These systems know how to prepare in the postseason. It's a whole different ball game. They know how the weeks have to go, the mental mindset, the film sessions, how practices run different. These guys are experienced in that field. Vrabel is no different. I really think, and then their run game, they got two monsters. I think that's the best running back combo in the league. The Patriots.
Ramondre Stevenson. What's the other guy's name?
Travion Henderson.
Yeah, Travion Henderson. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean they. I don't see any weaknesses with them either, man. And no one talks about them. They're sneaky great, and yeah, I think they're the best team right now, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. They also have one of the best interior defensive linemen in Christian Barmore. He is top 5 in interior defensive line pressures. Let me say that again. Man. He is top 5 in defensive line pressures. Now, also a huge loss for them was also a guy who was top 5 before he got hurt in interior pressures, and that was Milton Williams. So, okay. But so that's something else to look at in the future. Not just getting Will Campbell back at left tackle, but getting Barmore back in the interior as well next year.
Okay.
So, just
so Brandon, who's your number one?
Number one, Denver Broncos, man. Y'all know how I feel about Sean Payton. I've said it so many times on this show. I'm not gonna
beat a dead horse.
Yeah, thank you. So if you've been listening to me on this show about Sean Payton, you already know how I feel about Sean Payton. Vance Joseph as a defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Sean Payton were the reason why they got rid of Randy Gregory up out of Denver, because Randy Gregory was just so undisciplined. That's a very disciplined defense in Denver. Jim Leonard, who is on the defensive staff, is also critical in the way that defense is running right now. Jim Leonard, y'all may remember, he used to be in Baltimore and New York with the Jets under Rex Ryan. He's a former defensive coordinator at Wisconsin and had a top 10 defense at Wisconsin. Okay. I would if and when we fire Matt Eberflus, I would love for him to be our defensive coordinator. That's a name I'm looking at. Yes, Eric. Yes.
Okay. And
Bo Nix at quarterback. Yes, they lost their running back, but the rookies is filling in well. Cortland Sutton is that wide receiver playing well. The defense, that kid Nick Bonito is fast as heck off the edge. They also have an interior defensive lineman who's top 5 in pressures. I can't think of his name right now. PS2 at corner, Riley Moss the other corner. Vance Joseph and Jim Leonard knows how to use.
John J. Barron is like a jack of all trades.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
As I was highest on in the draft.
He's that young nickel DB. That you got to keep an eye on him. Dre Greenlaw, middle linebacker. Vance Joseph and Jim Leonard knows how to use Hufanga in the box. So it's chaos all over the place in Denver.
Let me interject real quick. I agree with you, Brandon, and I got to give credit to the Denver Broncos organization, man. The fact that Vance Joseph was humble enough to go to a coordinator from a head coach, and they've been sneakily consistent, man.
Yes.
Building players, bringing in quality veterans. You think about when they brought in, Peyton Manning and all that, man. They're sneakily, and then they got, they had the Russell era, but they got Bo Nix. Peyton's the QB whisperer, man. They're sneakily. They know how to run the organization, man. It's not talked about enough, in my opinion.
Nah, you're right. And I've said Sean Payton is that QB whisperer. I've been saying that for a long time.
Well, we know why.
Yep.
We know why. We know why Russell Wilson didn't pan out. So
Okay, so to finish this up,
don't ignore it, Eric. You know why Russell didn't pan out in Denver.
yo,
Tristan, come on, man.
Hey,
My-
I'm just saying.
my number one is the same as Brandon's.
Athletes need their legs, man. They need their legs.
Come on, man. See,
That's all I said.
this
That's all I
is
said.
a family-friendly show.
Goodies.
That's all I said.
Go ahead, E.
Y'all are terrible.
That's Tristan.
My number one is the same as Tristan and Brandon. That's the Denver Broncos for all the reasons that you guys brought up. That they're the most consistent. They can win any kind of way. They can win shootouts. They can win defensive struggles. And they can also come back in the fourth quarter. Bo Nix has proven he's got a clutch gene. But in the last few weeks, he hasn't had to show that because he's like, I'm just, that's it. You're going to get this work. So it's very impressive, especially last week against a defense as good as Green Bay's to do that. Because, the argument was, we ain't doing it against no good teams. And he's doing it against good teams.
But let's be clear. We all said we don't disagree with if you choose the Patriots as number one either.
No. Because like Steve has the Patriots number one, but that's Denver number two. So it's like a 1A, 1B. Because they're what and what, in my opinion. I think all of we kind of share the same thing, except Brandon, you had the Bills as number two. But yeah, man, that's our top five. And after week 15, all of these teams are in the playoff hunt. They're in the playoff picture currently. They're not in the hunt. They're actually in the picture. If the season ended today, they would be in the playoffs. Now it's just a matter of them holding on to that seeding. With that in mind, speaking of that, we got games coming up, and let's get to paying those picks. All right, last week I came up a little bit. I went 9-6. I just could not believe the Falcons beat the Bucs.
Actually,
I don't know what's going on with them. Nobody wants to win the NFC South.
Hey, listen. If Carolina would have won 2 games this past weekend and this coming weekend, they would have won the division.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what's going on. Nobody wants to win the NFC South. Nobody wants to win that division. It's like, no, you take it. No, you take it. I don't want it. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey. You know that Spider-Man meme where they just point at each other? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. So getting into week 16, we're gonna go kind of fast. The Rams are opening up the week against the Seahawks tomorrow night. Okay. Seahawks are at home. There's no Devontae Adams. The Seahawks defensive backs can catch. I'm going to say that again. The Seahawks defensive backs can catch. They have good hands.
They do.
I got the Seahawks over the Rams. It's a pick'em game. It could go either way, but I like the Seahawks defense to really cause problems. I'll put it like this. If Carolina's defense could cause problems.
And there's no Devontae Adams.
And there's no Devontae Adams. Seattle's defense is going to cause problems.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I got Seattle. It's a pick'em game, but I got Seattle. Next game, the Eagles will be traveling to Washington to play the Commanders, and we all know how that's going to work.
And that game is on Saturday. Hey, just want to let the viewers know we have 2 Saturday games, and this is one of them.
Okay.
Listen, let it be known, as the resident Commanders fan, I have spent the last month protecting my peace. And
no, he has. I can vouch for that because I've been talking to him. I just said, Tristan, just keep protecting your peace, man.
All right.
Well, I mean, Washington, you want to lose. You want to get a higher draft pick as possible.
Thank you.
You want to lose
because some teams don't understand. Hey, man, we need to go ahead and lose out.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, Saints. Like, just lose, man. You ain't got lose. But anyway. The next game is a pick'em game because these divisional matchups are always crazy. The Packers at the Bears. I think the Bears pull it off this time. I picked the Bears last time, and they, and Miss Williams decided he wanted to throw a pick at the end of the game.
Leave that boy alone.
And I'm just like, bro, just dude, you was eating the whole game, and you want to just do that? Like,
Yeah, he had a mulligan at the end.
yeah. So I like the Bears, especially with the injuries going on with the Packers. I like the Bears at home with the Packers injuries. Okay, especially if they run the ball a lot. If they run the ball like they know how to, I got the Bears winning this game, but it's a pick'em game. The Chargers travel to AT&T Stadium to play the Cowboys, who have 0.57% to make the playoffs.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Like, come on.
Because it's completely meaningless, the Cowboys are going to piss off you fans even more, Cowboys fans. They're going to win this game.
Woo!
They're going to beat the Chargers. The Chargers are a playoff team, and they're going to beat the Chargers, and that's going to make you even more mad, Cowboys fans. That's what's going to happen.
If the Cowboys win this game, Jim Harbaugh need to be arrested with Sharon Moore.
Crazy stuff happened. They supposed to beat the Vikings. The Cowboys supposed to beat the Vikings, and they made JJ McCarthy look like Joe Montana.
Eric. They were supposed to beat a lot of teams this year, and they didn't.
Yeah, but because
they have Dallas have made quarterbacks look like Joe Montana, Steve Young, John Elway, Dan Marino, Dan Fouts, Johnny Unitas.
It made Jacoby Brissett look like Randall Cunningham.
Made Jacoby look like a franchise guy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So. But,
I said, hold on. I said this 2 months ago. I said we make every quarterback look great from the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not making the playoffs so we can fire the DC. Because we make the playoffs, there'll be so much fanfare, there'll be a parade. Our DC is good enough. No, he's not good enough. I'm glad we ain't making it. He got to freaking go.
Leonard. Because it will be completely meaningless. Because it'll be completely meaningless, Dallas will win this game. And that's all I'm going with. Because if they win this game, they'll go from 0.5 something. No, I ain't watching my damn mouth. I'm telling the truth. You can get in your feelings all you want.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Not too much of my Cowboys. That's the problem. All the offense.
That's the problem. Y'all in y'all feelings and won't listen to the facts. Terrence Hayden, I'm looking at you. Terrence Hayden. You in your feelings and don't want to listen to facts.
It doesn't. Listen, we should win the game. If we don't, it doesn't matter. We're still not making the playoffs. It doesn't even matter.
I don't want to win the game. I want to lose this game.
You're going to go from, if you win the game, you're going to go from 0.57% of making the playoffs to 2%.
Regardless, we ain't going to make it. So the DC turnover, I'm going to throw a party, I swear, with the finest champagne.
For my brick. But with that, I'm picking the Cowboys to beat the Chargers, even though the Chargers are a better team. Vikings at Giants.
We ain't going to win that game.
I think JJ McCarthy is gonna have another week where he looks like a stellar quarterback against the Giants. It's
throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. Show my fantasy team.
Man, don't even get me started talking about my fantasy team. Look, man, I was number one seed all through one of my leagues and lost the first round.
Son,
I lost first round play.
You do not play quarterback?
Listen.
Oh, you lost? You were? Oh man.
No, it's another league.
You know how to play quarterback.
I lost in another league, and because they wouldn't throw the freaking ball to AJ Brown.
Listen, when all else fails, throw the ball to Jay Jetta.
Yeah, throw Jetta the ball. So anyway, I got the Vikings over the Giants. We don't talk about that much because that's I'm gonna kind of go fast through these ones that don't matter. Vikings and Giants both eliminated. Vikings gonna beat the Giants. Bengals at the Dolphins.
Oh God!
I originally, I don't even know, man. And it's a pick'em game because both of them absolutely suck.
They both suck.
Joe Burrow don't even know if he want to play football no more. Do you know how bad you got to go from a few years ago? You was playing in the Super Bowl. So I don't know if I want to play
swaggiest in the league. One of the swaggiest in the league to now. He's having a midlife crisis at 20-something years old.
Eagles organization, this is your fault.
Andrew Luck 2.0.
Oh, yeah. I listened to that press conference. I said, oh,
that man sounded like Andrew Luck. He like, man, hey, man. Is there somebody you can call? Like, hey, man.
Then it didn't help. It didn't help that your number one receiver was like, oh, I've never had to pump up Joe Burrow before. He's like, this was foreign to him.
Man, this man is in a funk. He's depressed. That being said, I think the fans gonna win just because of that. Moving on. The Bucks traveled to Carolina to play the Panthers.
I don't know what happened to Baker. I don't know who's gonna win that.
The Panthers are a very good team at home. They have, I forgot what their record is at home, but it's like a very good winning record.
I don't know what happened to Baker. I don't know what happened to Baker.
Hey, what? Say that again. You know what?
I don't know what happened to Baker.
Here we go.
What I say at the beginning of the season?
Tristan, why?
What I said?
You called it.
Which
Oh,
y'all,
man.
I'm gonna say it like my friends in New Orleans say. I tried to told you, but you ain't heard me. I've been saying that.
You did.
I said the Baker Mayfield clock is real. He get uphill and then he start doing this.
Oh man.
Hey,
So,
hey,
yeah,
hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we need y'all to do, okay? There's a very good dessert place down in Tampa, Florida, okay? They make some very good apple turnovers, okay? And it's owned by Baker Mayfield. It is a very good dessert place. I've had some apple turnovers from there. They are very, very good. They ship to your house anywhere in the United States of America. They will ship to your house. Yes, even to Hawaii.
Listen to me, though. Look, I said what Baker's gonna do. Ain't nobody tried to hear what I was saying. But anyway, I got the Panthers over the Bucks. It's a pick'em game. I got the Panthers over the Bucks because again, nobody wants to win this division. Nobody wants to win this.
Shout out to Bryce Young, man. They was
Hey, Bryce. Hey, no. Shout out to Tuttle McMillan. Because I think Tuttle McMillan's making Bryce Young a little bit better than what he is.
Also, let me say this because I will admit when I'm wrong. I wasn't high on Tuttle McMillan.
Yeah. And
I was wrong. This is me saying I was wrong because that's one of the times I missed on my scout.
Yeah, he can play. Yeah,
he can play.
Well, remember, there's just some people that are better pros than they are college players.
Yeah, that's true.
Really that happens.
Okay, so this is another don't care game. This is the Saints. This is the Jets at the Saints.
Oh,
the
God.
Saints not smart enough to just go ahead and lose the game, but I think even if they played like 6 men on the field against 11, they will still beat the Jets.
Oh, let me say this. Let me say this real fast. I'm a fan of Aaron Glenn. Okay, let me preface this by saying that it was not right for him to fire Steve Wilkes. What did you want him to do when you traded half your defense away? What did you think it was going to look like?
Not to mention you're in a rebuild mode anyway.
What did you think? And you talking about something? Yeah, when you give up that many points, something got it. What are you talking about? You let 2 all-pro players walk out your building on that side of the ball. Like, what are you talking about?
And it was almost more.
And it was so like, what are we saying? Like, I feel like Steve Wilkes like got a black cat when it comes to him being in the league. He's or something. Because when I saw that, I said, so you're firing him after you depleted his unit? I like Aaron Glenn, but I ain't understand that. I ain't understand that at all.
Well, I got the Saints. I got the Saints beating the Jets.
Yeah.
1, the Saints at home, and 2,
I want the Saints to win because of that.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not smart enough to tank. So,
I'm rooting for the Jets on this one.
okay.
I'm rooting for the Saints.
So next game, I got the Bills at the Browns. I think the Bills will go pull this out. The Browns are kind of on a decline, like defensively.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
defense is kind of.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett's still doing his thing. He's gonna fool around there. He's gonna break that record. Probably he might break it this week. I don't know, but the defense has gotten progressively worse over time. And it's like, what the heck? So I got the Bills beating the Browns. This is another game coming up after this. The Chiefs at the Titans is another. I can't believe I'm saying this at week 16 that a Chiefs game doesn't matter. But the Chiefs game doesn't matter. They'll beat the Titans. I think Gardner Minshew is good enough to beat the Titans. And if they don't, I don't know. So, but I got the Chiefs beating the Titans. This next game, everybody talking about how great Trevor Lawrence played. Trevor Lawrence played against the Jets. Trevor Lawrence about to see a real defense this week.
Who are they playing?
The Broncos.
Oh, never mind.
In Denver.
Oh, yeah.
At Mile High. Trevor Lawrence about to learn a real quick lesson.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, Broncos over Jags. This ain't even a pick'em game. I got the Broncos taking this one. Like, oh, you finna learn today. Oh, you gonna learn today, Sunshine. Oh, yeah, you gonna learn. But I got the Falcons over the Cardinals. Another game that kind of doesn't matter. And this next game right here is my Stone Cold Lock of the Week. The dog water, gum under the heel, trash bag, dumpster juice Raiders will be traveling down to my city to play the Houston Texans in NRG Stadium.
Let me say something before you continue. The Raiders are what?
Trash, 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 trash.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. Geno Smith probably won't play, and even if he did, does it really matter against that defense?
No.
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter if it's Geno Smith or Kenny Pickett. It's not going to matter at all.
It's not going to matter. Look, when you talk about a defense that shut down Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen back-to-back weeks, this could get real ugly. You remember on Rocky IV when the Russian was beating up Apollo and Duke was like, throw the towel. Throw the damn towel. I'm going to just tell you right now, y'all need to throw the towel before the kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Throw the towel before
kickoff. Matter of fact, don't even travel. Just stay in Vegas, okay?
Yeah, because this is gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Just go play them slot machines, okay?
And the worse it gets, the louder it gets in that stadium. It's gonna get worse.
Oh yeah,
this is gonna be a cycle.
Just stay in Vegas and play the slot machines. There's some slot machines in the airport. Go over there. You can go over there too and play them slot machines.
Okay, Steelers go to the I'm about to say Silverdome. Go to Ford Field to play the Lions. The Lions are more desperate than the Steelers are. And I think desperation gets them over. The fact that they're home and the fact that they're desperate because they're still scratching and clawing trying to find a way to get in.
Let me ask you a question, even though this doesn't matter. Does Alan Lazard go to Pittsburgh now that he's a free agent?
I don't really give it.
He might. Aaron Rodgers is the guy. Well, Aaron Rodgers is retiring after the season, so I don't know.
Well, hey, look. For 3 games, why not?
Yeah, well, Matthew Judon's been released, and we don't know where he's going. There's a couple of teams I love to see Matthew Judon go.
I agree.
No, there's only one team you want to see him go to.
There's only one team. Yes,
you're talking about some couple teams. Be honest, Eric. Be honest.
There's only one because they can't get no pressure on the quarterback at all. But I got the Lions over the Steelers in this one. The Patriots at the Ravens. The Patriots are gonna be really salty by letting that one slip away against the Bills.
Yeah, they're gonna lock in.
They're gonna really lock in, and I just don't. I don't see the Ravens. I think the Ravens they on their way out this year. This is gonna probably put the nail in the coffin for them.
Lamar Jackson.
I'm almost considering to say shut Lamar down and because something's not right.
Shut him down. You pretty much on the outside looking in.
Yeah, something's not right. Something's wrong.
Just shut it down. The last game is Monday Night Football. This is a pick'em game, but I still stand on what I said. The Niners traveled to Lucas Oil Stadium to play 44-year-old grandfather, Phillip Rivers, old man Rivers.
He looked every bit of 44.
And here's a problem with that. A team with a good pass rush will be able to take advantage of that. But the problem is the Niners don't have a good pass rush at all. Like people like to make us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with toothpicks and dialing long distance on rotary phones in the pocket. Like Phillip Rivers will have all day, and if he has a platform and all day, he can tear apart this young secondary in 49ers. And then not to mention with those other injuries, the Niners aren't stopping the run as well as they did earlier in the season. So Jonathan Taylor could lose his damn mind. If they get into a duel of quarterbacks, Brock Purdy's going to do his thing. But let's not forget, the Colts do have a pretty decent defense. So, I mean, I got the Colts over the Niners in this one, honestly. And this is not going to necessarily destroy the Niners' playoffs hopes because if they lose the game, they still got a 94% chance of making the playoffs, even with a loss. But the Colts are like on the outside looking in. They got 26% chance if they win. You know, so but I got the Colts over the Niners in that game. But it's a pick 'em because Brock Purdy could lose his freaking mind like he did against Tennessee. Like he won 140 passer rating. You know, it was pretty. He went off. Like I'm tired of y'all talking about me. You know, so but you know, people always say, well, no, it's his players around him and the scheme that made him you know, whatever. But you know, it could go either way. But
I was gonna say something. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm behaving myself tonight.
All right. So to recap, so we can get off the air. Seahawks over Rams, pick 'em. Eagles over Commanders. Bears over Packers, pick 'em. Cowboys over Chargers. Vikings over Giants. Fins over Bengals, pick 'em. Panthers over Bucks, pick 'em. Saints over Jets. Bills over Browns. Chiefs over Titans. Broncos over Jags. Falcons over Cardinals. Texans over Raiders. Stone Cold Lock of the Week. Lions over Steelers. Pats over Ravens. Colts over Niners. Those are church now open.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining us again for another week of Just a Fan Podcast. We'll be back both Wednesdays, next 2 Wednesdays as well. Closing out the calendar year. So it'll be week 16, after week 16, after week 17. Okay. Appreciate Steve for being on the show. He's the one that came up with the idea of the show. Down below, Trish TV, the Mike linebacker, also the quarterback of the show, who runs this whole thing. Okay. That direction. Panel 316, the good guy with a black hat from Chop and Screw City. Y'all know me, Coach Williams, future Hall of Famer, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback that runs this whole thing. Peace out, y'all. Oh, by the way, sorry, real quick. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can follow us on Facebook, IG, TikTok, and Twitter. Now we out. Peace.